The anticipation of going live is always the best. So we are live on all of the places that we said we'd be live. Facebook. Oh, I just got the notification. This video is live now. Is it? Is it? All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome into the WTH podcast. It's me, Nate, along with Jason Cream. I'm sure we'll be along momentarily. Jason, how are you?
I am doing swell.
Excellent.
Absolutely swell.
There you go.
And the cat's doing okay also.
Nice.
Oh my God!
That's amazing. Let's see what happens. Let me mute. There we go. I'll mute that because I want to see what, if I click the watch live, I want to see my face.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see my face.
Ditto.
So welcome into everybody who's downloading the show across the globe, from Australia to India, across the Middle East and Europe, and of course here in North America. Thanks for taking the time to download the show and give it a listen. We hope you enjoy what you hear. And to those of you watching us live, it's funny, I clicked the watch live and it just went to a gray screen. Maybe it's not. Let's try that again.
Oh. I'm showing we're live.
Well, it says this video is live now, so I'm not gonna dwell on it. We're live, so welcome in everybody who's watching live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Thanks for taking some time out to check in with us. Very interesting week this week. I got a little bit older, as we all did, but I marked it with a birthday, so yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, it's God damn. And
I think that's what you say every. Is that what we just say every year after 40? It's just like, God damn.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially this year.
Well, my wife got me some shoes from Fleet Feet for my birthday, and we went in together to get them. And the salesperson who helped us, I love Fleet Feet in Sacramento. It's been rough for them with COVID because they can't really give you the same type of hands-on service that they did before. And so it's a very different space to go into. But when we mentioned that it was my birthday, the salesperson goes, "Oh, happy COVID birthday. Everybody gets a COVID birthday." So yeah, everybody got a COVID birthday. You know, the sad thing is we're going to get to a point very soon. Hello, Kareem, where people are going to have 2 COVID birthdays, and that's going to really suck. So yeah, it's one of those things. And the daughter, the foster soon to be adopted daughter, turned 2 yesterday.
Woohoo!
We got her a cake and she refuses to taste it. We got her a cake from Freeport Bakery that she refuses to taste.
Nice.
Like a really good gourmet cake.
Sounds like a 2-year-old.
Yeah, no interest. It's whipped cream, banana, strawberry. Those are all things she likes, and she will not have anything to do with it. But what are you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Sometimes you can trick them if you make it seem like you're having so much fun eating it next to them. Like,
sure.
Sometimes that can entice them.
Mm-hmm. No. We've tried that before. The thing is, I had no cake either because I am, as we discussed last week, on a medically supervised weight loss program.
Oh man.
My headache finally went away, so there's that. As of this morning, 8 days into the program, I am down just under 13 pounds.
Oh wow.
Oh, awesome.
So I guess the pain worth it a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit worth it. Oh, I didn't hit record over here. It's okay. It's an extra video recording that I'm testing stuff with, so it's the least important thing that I could have forgotten to do. Literally the least important thing.
No.
And that's the best thing to forget is the least important thing. All right, let's get into the show. Jason, what do you want to talk about?
Oh man. So I signed up for a short film competition at the Comedy Spot. It has to be 10 minutes and up to 10 minutes. It can be any length up to 10 minutes. The theme or the idea, the inspiration is the word wheel, however we take that. And I was like, I can do this, but I haven't done anything yet. I can't so I started brainstorming some things. And I just can't. And I've also quit my job on Friday. So I was working pretty feverishly the previous 2 weeks as I tried to tie up my loose ends and try to leave things in a hopefully fairly easy to deal with transition. You know what I mean?
For your valued customers like me.
Yes. And my bosses, for everybody involved.
Of course.
For everybody involved. So anyhow, what are some ideas? I need some help, guys. I guess is what I'm saying. So
Okay.
I need some ideas of something simple, easy that I could do. Some, I don't know. I think I could probably get Alex to come over here and do sound for me, but it needs to be one person, just myself, or my daughter has to be the subject. Right? I mean, it's pretty limited to what I could shoot.
Sure.
I don't know. Any ideas, guys?
What's the subject again?
Wheel is the inspiration.
Wheel.
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody has any ideas for Jason, they can
Ah,
they can pop them into the comments wherever they might be listening.
yeah.
We'll take them as we get them. For a short film of no more than 10 minutes, with the inspiration being wheel.
I've had some ideas that I thought would be funny. Do you remember the Konami code? Which is up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, A, B, select, start.
I have a brilliant idea, Jason. So
Okay.
Your eldest daughter,
Uh-huh.
she's not reading yet.
She can.
But if you tell her stuff, she'll be able to recite it back, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So here's what I would do. I would write some slam poetry and have her do it line by line and do it that way because A, I think it would be adorable. 2, I think it would be hilarious. And D, it's easy enough for you to do by yourself.
Yeah, no, I could totally see it as being almost the Office style. I'm just saying, yeah, my daughter's just got into some kind of crazy things lately. She got into slam poetry, and then just show her reciting different lines. Like you said, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous.
If you have a beret, that would be even better.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I have myself a week and a half, 2 weeks.
And a cigarette.
Get some candy cigarettes. Oh my gosh. All right. Cool.
Well,
thanks.
There we go.
Look at that. There we go.
Yeah, we'll make it easy for you. Kareem, what do you want to talk about?
Oh God. What do I want to talk about today? So did either one of you see the Cam Newton video?
No, I did not.
No.
So there's a video of Cam Newton at his football camp, and there was a kid that was talking shit to him at a football camp that he sponsored.
Okay. I think I have.
Cam Newton trending on Twitter.
Here we go.
After a kid at one of his Carolina football camps had a lot to say about the former MVP's future. So this is a video that's been viewed more than 4 million times. A very persistent teenager heckling free agent poor very soon. Cam shooting back saying, "I'm rich," before asking to speak to the kid's dad. It went back and forth. The video blew up on social media. Cam posting a response with an extended video of the incident. It says in part, instead of speaking or going back and forth with the child, I wanted to have a man-to-man conversation with his father. So after this, the teenager involved tweeted an apology saying he let his competitive side get the best of him. He never meant to be disrespectful. So a lot of people praising Cam for how he handled the whole thing, including SportsCenter sharing some of the quarterback's accomplishments.
Okay, go on, Creep. That gives people a little context.
Yeah. So watching the video and then reading Twitter is another reminder of how black people raise their kids different than white people. Is a totally different, because the responses pretty much fall along those lines, where white people decided that they would talk shit about Cam, and black people were like, "You don't go." It's a rule. There's a rule in the black household: is one, don't embarrass me in public. That's rule number one.
Or else.
Rule number two is when you get here, don't ask for shit because you're not getting shit. But rule number one is don't embarrass me in public. And it was another one of those things that speaks to, like I said, to the difference in how we raise our kids. And that is, one, you're not going to talk back, be disrespectful to adults. And the other part of it was the kids at a camp that Cam Newton sponsored. So the only reason you're at this camp is because this dude paid for you to be there. And you know, I've seen people try to justify it. It was like, oh, well, you know, it's this, they just talk junk at the 707s or whatever. Like, dude wasn't on the field. He wasn't playing at the time. He was just somebody trying to get some Instagram or TikTok following. So when you do that, you should be careful what you wish for. And like you said, Cam handled it the right way because he wanted to talk to the kid's dad so that he could talk to him about, hey, you know, to get him straight about dealing with your kid. And I noticed Jason laughed at it when he heard the video. So I want to know why you laughed.
When did I laugh? At what part? I think it's funny because the kid, I mean, he came out after his parents found out about it. He apologized. Obviously, there's an apology, and the apology only happened after something happened. So either his dad got wind of it, or his parents got wind of it, or or he just saw the responses on Twitter. Was like, So I laughed because he talked a big game until somebody got a hold of him.
Okay.
The other thing I want to point out here, and someone brought this up in the chat, asking the kid was white. No, the kid was not white. It was an African American kid.
Yeah, it's just and I'm because I've done a lot with kids, but we've raised an entitled group of kids at this point in time who really don't understand the value of the positions and situations they're in now, and not to be thankful or grateful for the opportunities that they're given, because they haven't earned this shit. Is that they're being given a whole lot of stuff that they haven't worked for or any of that shit. And as a lot of people point out, it was an opportunity for you to be around somebody who's where you want to be, and instead of getting some knowledge from him on how to get to where you want to go, you talking shit to him.
Yeah, I mean that's a good lesson too for all kids to be like, hey, don't be talking crap to Cam. We get so caught up with shit talking sports figures in particular that you want to do this. But the idea that Cam Newton's going to be poor, no. Cam Newton's got enough money that he doesn't have to do anything the rest of his life.
Right, and the other part of that is he doesn't have to be there.
That's true. He does not. He could be off buying a new suit or a hat.
Exactly. I mean, he's made enough money that that's what he could be doing, but instead,
he also has enough money to where if you hold the camp like that, he doesn't have to show up. He doesn't even have to show up. He can have whoever. Nobody's gonna somebody might ask some questions, but sorry, he already has the money.
It's true. We have someone in chat weighing in on what Cam should have done. I'm just gonna leave that there.
What?
Okay.
Who is that?
The comment is Cam should have just fucked his mom. That's what I would have did. Get rid of that. I mean, that's one way to go.
That's one way to go.
One way to go.
But like I said, it's just dude doesn't have to be there, and it's just it's funny when when I've read all this stuff that I've read lately about different sports figures, and they're not even in bad situations, but it's funny how quick white people are to jump to the side of whoever's on the other side of the sports figure. Just because.
By the way, that was Jay Red the King from the All Eyes on Us podcast.
Ah,
That's who I thought it. That's who I thought it was.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, a lot of times they don't even agree with what's going on. They just want to be on the opposite side of the black person.
Fair enough, Jason. We have another idea for you. You could do something, maybe some Yo Mama jokes with your daughter.
Oh, that would be a good one.
with some wheels. There's an idea for you. Just throwing
your mama's so old she invented the wheel.
Oh, damn! I would love to see your daughter doing that. Slam poetry, and what is it? The nines? Is it doing the nines?
Dozens.
Yeah. Dozens. I knew it was a number. I'm so white. Sorry.
Oh, you can also have her do some Dice Clay, some vintage Andrew Dice Clay nursery rhymes.
Oh man.
No,
I mean that's your choice. I mean,
no.
your kid, your choice. Kareem, I want to talk about this. Your girl earlier today on The View.
So I was very frustrated when I saw this clip. I first and foremost want to say that I respect the great tragedy and all the pain that has come of our handling of the coronavirus. And there are 500,000 Americans that don't have family members, and it's horrific and very sad. And the grief that our country is going through should not be downplayed. That being said, we are next week it will be a year since we left studio, and I have been very responsible in many different ways, as so many Americans have been. And the fact that Dr. Fauci is going on CNN and he can't tell me that if I get the vaccine, if I'll be able to have dinner with my family or dinner with, I mean, I don't have any grandparents left, but you know, older people, if I can go to dinner at friends' houses who are older, it's terribly inconsistent messaging, and it continues to be inconsistent messaging. In Israel, in Tel Aviv, one of the messages that they have, I saw a sign that said, get a shot, take a shot. Meaning, if I get the vaccine, then I can go out and I can have shots with my friends. Is the science in Israel different than the science here in the United States of America? Because Israel has over half of their country vaccinated already and seem to be doing pretty well. The idea that I can get vaccinated and I won't be able to see friends and nothing in life changes and that we're going to have to wear masks forever, I don't understand the downplaying of getting the vaccine, because right now we should be wanting as many Americans as possible to get a vaccine. The fact that I, Meghan McCain, co-host of The View, I don't know when or how I will be able to get a vaccine, because the rollout for my age range and my health is so nebulous. I have no idea when and how I can get it. I want to get it. If you call me at 3 o'clock in the morning, I will go any place at any time to get it. I want to be responsible and obviously wait my turn. But this rollout has been a disaster, and I understand obviously President Trump can take much of the blame, but now we're in the Biden administration. I, for one, would like something to look forward to and to hope for, because if getting the vaccine means that just nothing changes and we have to wait another few years till everyone gets it, there's already a lot of people not getting it. We're already having a messaging problem getting people to take this vaccine. So I'm over Dr. Fauci. I think we need to have more people giving more opinions. And I honestly, quite frankly, I think the Biden administration should remove him and put someone else in place that maybe does understand science or can talk to other countries about how we can be more like these places that are doing this successfully.
Well, allow me to retort.
Okay. Kareem, you watched The View.
Yes.
This happened to be on in my house this morning. I was not watching, but I heard this, and I'm like, and they did explain to her how Israel's different in that the leader of Israel didn't tell people they didn't need to wear a mask for most of a year. So there was that. There's
Yeah.
also a great number of differences because we're nowhere near half of the population being vaccinated at all.
Well, we also
I was gonna talk about this, but I thought I would give white women a break this week.
Nope. When will I, Meghan McCain, be able to make plans? When will I, Meghan McCain, the host of The View, finally be able to look forward to things? I'm so repressed. When will I, Meghan McCain, host of The View, daughter of John McCain, mother of children, mother of dragons, be able to do anything again? We should get rid of Dr. Fauci and get somebody in who knows more about science. She actually said that.
just to give you an idea also, like there's 8 million people in Israel, 8.5 million people in Israel. Do you know what the population of California is just by itself?
I do. It's 40 million people. Motherfuckers. 40
So
million people.
So get the F out of here. Like with your like half the population. Like, yeah, when you're dealing with 9 million people, 8.5 million people compared to
I'm pretty sure I forget how many Californians have been vaccinated, but I believe we are past the 4 million mark.
Yeah.
In California. Now, granted, that's less than 10%. But yeah.
That's on track.
And people won't wear a mask. They want to make it a big thing about their freedom. And will Meghan McCain be able to just walk down the street with flowers thrown in front of me again? Sorry.
And it was all the people she supported was doing all the shit that kept us from being.
Yeah.
Well, now Joe Biden's been president for almost a month, Kareem. Why isn't it all better?
Yeah, why isn't it better, Kareem?
Come on. When will I, Meghan McCain, be able to get out from under the yoke of Joe Biden? When will I, Meghan McCain, be told that Joe Biden has solved everything in less than a month that was over a year being fucked up by Donald Trump? Sorry.
It's just crazy. It's like he doesn't even have his cabinet in place.
He does not. Merrick Garland just got get into hearings today. Today.
So you were good enough to possibly be a Supreme Court justice, but what makes you think that you're okay for this job, guy?
Well, I haven't heard much of the. I haven't really heard anything. He told a very emotional story today after a question from Cory Booker. I saw part of that. It's not going to play well on a comedy podcast because it's really emotional. And we're here to make fun of fools. That's what we are.
Oh, you should find a Ted Cruz question answer session.
You know, we'll get to. People can do that as homework.
Yeah, all he did was make up. He told a bunch of lies in his. That's what you should know.
Well, yeah, he's Ted Cruz. Jesus.
Ted Cruz, yes.
We lost Rush Limbaugh last week.
Oh, damn.
I'm dead. Gone too soon? Lung cancer? Anyway, Rush, resident of Florida, radio icon. Well, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, has ordered that flags be placed at half-mast for his good friend and mentor, Rush Limbaugh. By the way, in case you're wondering about Rush Limbaugh, 1 year ago on his radio show at the end of February, here is one of the things he was saying.
For you, it looks like the coronavirus is being weaponized as yet another element to bring down Donald Trump. Now, I want to tell you the truth about the coronavirus.
Oh, good.
What, you think I'm wrong about this? You think I'm missing it by saying that's... Yeah, I'm dead right on this. The coronavirus is the common cold, folks. The drive-by media hype of this thing as a pandemic, as the Andromeda strain, as, oh my God, if you get it, you're dead to you. This thing.
Okay. We are approaching 500,000 dead Americans from it.
No, we're past the 500,000.
Oh, have we passed it? In a year?
In a year.
In a year. Just FYI. Half staff for that guy. If you want to go, there's an article on Huffington Post that goes through all of the things that Rush Limbaugh has said over his radio career. And there's a lot of pretty fucking hideous stuff in there. racist, sexist, misogynistic. Yeah, he's a dick, and he's dead.
Yeah.
But that doesn't stop. New Representative Lauren Boebert, tweeting, "I'm calling on Joe Biden to order flags be flown at half staff in honor of Rush Limbaugh." Shut up. By the way, the bitch did this on my birthday, so fuck you. Second of all, when the state of Texas was freezing to death and in the middle of a natural disaster. By the way, Joe Biden has already done stuff about that. Just FYI. So no, he doesn't have time to go, hey, lower all the flags to half staff for that dick radio guy. By the way, if anybody's lowering their flags to half staff for dick podcast guy here, don't bother. All the way up to the roof.
In his, I think one of his people said they weren't doing it.
Well, of course they're not doing it. It's stupid. One of my favorite replies is Steve Hofstetter, who's a comedian, refers to her as great value Sarah Palin.
Yes.
He replies, "Hey, great value Sarah Palin. What was it about Rush Limbaugh that made you a fan? I'm guessing it was when he publicly advocated for the type of sexual assault that your husband committed." Ooh. Damn. And while we're on the topic of Rush Limbaugh, Rudy Giuliani knew Rush Limbaugh. Rudy Giuliani played golf with Rush Limbaugh. And Rudy Giuliani also has a podcast because everybody can have a podcast. That's the way it is. By the way, if you're in Sacramento and you want to have a podcast, come hit me up, Darling New Media. It's at darlingnewmedia.com. Nate at darlingnewmedia.com if you want to shoot me an email. Anyway, Rudy Giuliani tells a little story about golfing with Rush Limbaugh.
Do you have time for a funny story?
Yeah, we got about a minute.
I get this one done in a minute. So,
okay, this is actually on Steve Bannon's podcast. So literally anyone can have a podcast, even if you were indicted for something. I believe he was pardoned. He was one of the people that pardoned for bilking people for funding for the wall. Anywho, here's a funny story about golfing with Rush Limbaugh.
every once in a while, I was always his partner. So we'd always ride together. He always wanted me to drive because he wanted to be smoking cigars. So one day we're driving, and these paparazzi are driving us crazy. They're taking pictures and taking pictures and taking pictures. And he said, Giuliani, what did you do now? They're all following you around. You know how I hate pictures taken. I know you're famous, but damn, can't you tell them to stay away? And he's like growling. And I say, you just come up to the green with me. Come on. So on the green is Michelle Wie, and she's getting ready to putt. Now, Michelle Wie is gorgeous. She's 6 feet, and she has a strange putting stance. She bends all the way over, and her panties show. And the press was going crazy. They were following her all around because they were trying to take pictures of her panties. I said, Roger, it's not me, it's not you, it's her panties. Right? Is that okay to tell that joke? I'm not sure.
We already told it, so I don't know.
He made Steve Bannon uncomfortable. He also referred to Rush Limbaugh as Roger.
He's been making Steve uncomfortable a lot lately.
Oh, yeah. Let me see.
Hey, do you have time for? Hey, you guys have time for one more joke? You guys have one. This is a quick story. This is a quick story, right? I'll keep it under a minute. So, I went to the store across the street. Okay, I won't tell that joke. Never mind.
Yeah. So
I was at this bar one time. I got really drunk with this other girl, and we both decided to go outside. We're making out. Okay, actually, no. Maybe I shouldn't tell this. It's easy. Just stop telling this story. Rudy just needs to stop talking. He just needs to stop talking. Like
anything that makes Steve Bannon uncomfortable makes me happy. but that was not okay. And by the way, the press isn't there to take pictures of Michelle Wee's panties. By the way, once you pass a certain age, you can't say panties.
No,
I'm right
it's
on the cusp.
weird.
I'm right on the cusp. You can say it if you say it in a fun way, but you can't say it in a creepy way.
No,
And
your
if you don't know-
dad.
and
Your
if you
dad,
don't
so
know
you
the,
can say panties. Like you can tell your daughter to put her panties on and stuff like that because you're talking to a daughter. But you don't like. There's a point, like you said, that you can't just like right. Yeah, no. Yeah,
I'm sure the press was there taking pictures of Michelle Wee putting for sport magazines, not for the Bang Brothers. Who credentialed the Bang Brothers for this? I don't know.
MrSkin.com.
Look, Mr. Skin doesn't generate content. He merely reports what happened.
Right. People paying the paparazzi, bro.
Yeah. So that's Rush Limbaugh. He's dead, and I don't care. By the way, I just want to, before we move on from this, let me just remind the people of Sacramento, and I didn't live here then, so I bear no responsibility for this. Rush Limbaugh became a huge radio star right here in Sacramento. That immense popularity here in Sacramento is what led to him being put on a nationwide platform. Okay? So if you say Sacramento never did anything bad, you're wrong.
I told y'all there was a bunch of rednecks here.
Yeah. Wow.
And he continued to insult people in Rio Linda, which they're fine. They're fine people with horses and meth, and I don't understand why. Not all of them have horses or meth, but I'm exactly. Way more people have horses in Rio Linda than in other places around here, and that's all I'm going to say. So, I want to talk briefly about Newsmax, and not because I watch Newsmax, but I was alerted to this clip. So they're constantly, the right-wing media is constantly, this Newsmax, OAN, Fox News, and the people who propagate it are always looking for ways to attack Joe Biden. And, you know, I get it. They're trying to demonize him and go through all of that. But I think they might have stepped in it a little too hard with this one.
Did you see the dog? I want to show you something I noticed. Doesn't he look a little rough? I love dogs, but this dog needs a bath and a comb and all kinds of love and care. I've never seen a dog in the White House like this. I remember Buddy, I remember Millie, I remember lots of dogs, but not a dog who seems, I don't know how much love and care he is getting. Let's bring in the historians. I'm having fun with this, obviously, but
You made fun of a 12-year-old German Shepherd who was probably out playing, whose hair was mussed around a little bit. It looked like a 12-year-old German Shepherd.
It's the first German Shepherd you've seen in the White House. Everybody else has those toy dogs. Joe Biden has a real dog in the White House.
Joe Biden had that dog when he was vice president too. Joe Biden's had that dog for a while. Might I remind you that the last guy did not have pets because animals hate him.
Right.
Which says a lot.
I mean, you got to show some love, you know.
They have reached, because all he's doing is working, so he's not giving them anything.
Right.
So they're just making up shit, just anything.
Yeah. Hey, look, here's a picture of the dog when the dog looks a little mussed up. Have you ever seen a dog like that? Yeah, every 12-year-old German Shepherd. Every one of them.
They turned the fucking Texas outage into windmills. This is how bad they're looking for shit to talk about with the Democrats.
Ooh, I got something to talk about on your Fox News and on your OAN and on your Newsmax. There's another big lawsuit because Dominion Voting Systems is suing MyPillow and the CEO, the MyPillow guy, for $1.3 billion with a B dollars. They're not just suing him; they're suing his company too.
Ooh,
they're coming because they know that's where the money is. That's where the money is, and it's 1.3 billion in damages is what they're looking for. We'll see where it all ends up, but he got notifications back in December to keep all correspondence with people and do not destroy it, and it's now come down.
He's too dumb to understand what's about to happen to him. Oh, now I got all this information I can put out there for the world to see. It's like, it's fucked up information. Everybody's been telling you that, but you've been your head's been up Trump's ass so far that you haven't been able to hear it from real people. But you're about to find out.
By the way, we did not talk about this last week, but on President's Day, there was a bit of a weird parade around Mar-a-Lago of people waving Trump flags. That whole thing was set up and people were bussed in by the MyPillow guy. So, just FYI, allegedly. I don't have, I only have what I've been told.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It was Soros. It was Soros.
Oh yeah, George Soros did that because he wants to fool you. He wants to fool you.
By the way, I got my check. You guys get your check? You guys get your check from Soros? I got it.
Oh, I don't know. I get direct deposit from him.
Smart.
I keep mine undercover.
Hey, some bad news for Donald Trump, and this is sad, right? The former federal prosecutor who brought down the Teflon Don, John Gotti, put him in jail. He is coming for Donald Trump. Manhattan District Attorney Cy Vance recently hired the mob-busting ex-prosecutor to help him investigate Donnie over a range of alleged financial fraud, and the new member of the team has already interviewed a key player in the high-profile probe. According to people familiar with it, Mark Pomerantz is his name. He's a veteran white-collar attorney who prosecuted the former Gambino crime family boss, John Jr. Gotti, and other mobsters in the 90s, was tapped by Vance as a special assistant DA on February 3rd. Frost declined to comment on specifics about Pomerantz's role, but a source close to Vance's office said he was hired specifically for the Trump inquiry. Another source told the Daily News that Pomerantz interviewed Michael Cohen, Trump's former personal attorney and man who will talk about anything related to Donald Trump.
And the Supreme Court ruled this morning that the New York district attorney can get those taxes.
That's right.
7-2.
That was the other bad news for Donald Trump today. Hey, just because you appoint people to the Supreme Court doesn't mean they're just going to do shit for you. Ha ha! Them judges follow the law. Who knew?
Oh, you got to read his response to it.
Nope. No, I don't. Fuck him. I do not. I can make believe he doesn't exist. Ha ha ha. I don't. He's just some dude. He's some dude in Florida.
It is so weird. Not weird. It is so amazing to turn on the news every day and not see him.
Oh, it's so heartwarming. Heartwarming to hear that. I mean, it's just wonderful. It's like that shitty neighbor moved out.
Yes.
You know the one, Jason. The one you keep complaining about. Like if that guy moved out. That's what it's like. Just fucking with you.
And when the regular news refers to him, they're almost refer to him like he's a clown. They're laughing at him when they're talking about him. It's like, oh, this is a Twitter rant that didn't make it.
Yeah, it's what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Ted Cruz. We talked about Texas weather last week. Did we mention that Ted Cruz went to Cancun and blamed his daughters? Yeah, we might have. And then people got mad, and he flew back the next day, even though he said he was only flying down there with them to escort them down. Then he left his wife and his two daughters down there to fend for themselves at a resort in Mexico, while he came back with his giant carry-on bag with the extender zipped out, because, yeah, that's what you carry for overnight. His office reached out to the Houston Police Department, which they leaked, by the way, to make sure that no one hassled him when he came back through the Houston airport. And then we saw Ted try and rehab his image. He's apologized in weird ways, but he was shoving water in people's faces in Texas over the weekend to try and rehab his image. Hey, look, I'm doing good. AOC's raised $4 million. She's a congresswoman from New York. She
did it just to make him look bad. She's just doing it to make him look bad.
Mm-hmm.
So what has both Bimbert and QAnon Green done for the people of Texas?
Well, I mean, they're doing the good fight, and where one goes, they all go.
Thoughts and prayers. Did they send them some ammo to shoot water?
Yep.
Wait, shoot the ice. You can shoot the ice off your house.
Hey, listen, snow's fake, bro. It's fake. Snow's fake.
Yeah,
it's not real.
I have friends in Texas who lost power for like 40 hours. It was a very real time for them.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they have their power back right now. But
are they going to raise money for them to pay for those $6,000 to $12,000 electric bills?
That is actually, I saw something that the government, I believe the federal government, is actually going to do something about that to help people take care of those bullshit electric bills. By the way, if you've signed up for an electric company called Gritty, I think that a lot of it's on you. Their name is Gritty, not Gritty, Gritty. So in case you think, Ted Cruz, thank goodness that you went and handed out water. You deserve a reward. Someone agreed and they sent a gift to his house. Yes, there's a full mariachi band on Ted Cruz's front lawn.
I wonder if the person who leaked the
neighbors who ratted out his wife Heidi, who told them all, "Hey, come meet us in Cancun at the Ritz-Carlton. They've got plenty of occupancy. Come on down." By the way, how did Ted Cruz come back from a foreign country and not have to quarantine? He comes back from a foreign country. 2 days later, he's out there shoving water in people's faces. It's like, bitch, you should be quarantining.
How is he in Congress today?
How is he in Congress ever? That's a good question. It really is. I have no idea what the rules are anymore. Nothing makes sense. Up is down, down is up. Cats and dogs are lovers. Kareem, I think you sent me this. Corey Richardson, at Vexed in the City on Twitter, apparently blocked by Popeye's Chicken, P and Boogie's dad, author of We Used to Have Money, Now We Have You, A Dad's Bedtime Story. Excuse me. Tweets, white people discovering the lengths that white people will go to for the cause of maintaining white supremacy is my new favorite literary genre. They're like, you mean to tell me there's people who share the same intellectual foundations as the KKK believe crazy shit? Yeah. Yeah. So among Trump voters, there was a poll. What happened on January 6th? Now, 4% of Trump voters said President Trump had a coup attempt. 4% of Trump voters. 28% said it was a rally of Trump supporters that attacked Congress and had the insurrection. 58% of Trump voters who answered this poll said it was an Antifa-inspired attack. That's right. Antifa bought a bunch of Trump flags. Said about these Antifa are really tricky. They're tricky. They're like Bugs Bunny. They're like Bugs Bunny level tricky, that Antifa.
Oh, or Roadrunner tricky too. So that Roadrunner is tricky.
Yeah, it's
oh, they're like old man running a amusement park that's haunted.
Scooby-Doo villain.
They're a Wile E. Coyote genius.
Quickly back to Ted Cruz. We have a challenge. Jay Red is challenging Ted Cruz to celebrity boxing. Ted, let us know if you're in. You know how to reach
It's for the kids,
right?
It's for the kids.
It's for Danny Bonaducci. Where is Danny Bonaducci these days? I lost track of him. Last time I knew he was hosting a radio show in Seattle. So I don't know. Jason, can you Google where Danny Bonaducci is while
I'm on it, bro.
while I let people? Well, you know, I'm not going to let people know. Alex Jones is going to let people know how everything happened on January 6th.
Then the White House told me 3 days before, we're going to have you lead the march. The Secret Service, before Trump finishes 30 minutes before or so, will lead you to a point, take you out of the front row, and lead you to the place where they want you to start the march. And Trump will tell people, go and I'm going to meet you at the Capitol. Then the White House told me 3 days before, we're going to have you lead the march. The Secret Service, before Trump finishes 30.
Okay, so that played twice. Sorry, I was taking a drink of water. So I think the takeaway from this is, and this is a real shocker for me, if I put together the last two things, and I'm doing it, Alex Jones is the leader of Antifa.
Yes.
And nobody fucking suspected it.
Wild E. Coyote genius.
Right? Wild E. Coyote, super fucking genius.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. So HBO has a docu-series on right now called The Lady and the Dale, about this woman that had this. Anyhow, Alex Jones makes an appearance in the movie. He's like, they're talking like back in the 2000s, like she would watch the Alex Jones show, like back in the early 2000s, and like he wasn't too crazy, like. It just
he was. He hadn't figured. By the way, his bullshit. He hadn't
figured it out. Yeah.
His bullshit. A lot of it, like Limbaugh, is an act. He is rolling with an act. He doesn't believe all of his own bullshit.
When he first came out, it was like he was almost like a little bit edgier and a little bit more political than Art Bell.
If you say me, I'm going to.
No, like Art Bell. Like, I mean, like, you know,
Art Bell's nuts. Art Bell is nuts.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was like that, but like politics.
Okay. and not UFOs.
Yeah, exactly. It was, yeah. But
so where's Danny Bonaducci? Answer me that. Have you found out?
So he is in Seattle still.
All right.
DJ, but and he's married still. He has not.
Still married to what's her name? All right. Well, good for
Amy Railsback. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for Danny Bonaducci.
Good for Danny, right?
Keeping it all tied in and ready to go. By the way, I think you know when your dad loses his job and things get really kind of out of hand and you're stressed out and sometimes you might turn to something you shouldn't turn to. I'm a little worried about Don Jr. I mean, just take a listen. I think he might need help. This is a cry for help.
What happened to follow the science? Follow the science. That's what we're going to do. It seems the Biden administration only follows the science when it actually suits them. One of the things I want to talk about that I've been reading a lot about lately is sort of the stuff as it relates to the teachers union. You've seen what they've done over the last couple of months, the way they've basically held up progress, prevented schools from opening. The teachers union and those representing them have definitely failed our children in terms of education and everything else. I mean, the teachers union has certainly failed the science they're supposed to be teaching us because, again, it's all political.
Dude, get some help.
Does he have any kids? Does he have any?
He has
kids. How much coke was he snorting before he made the video?
Well, first of all, let me just break this down for you. He does it in front. He's got some pistols that look like they belong on the set of Star Wars behind him, on like a peg wall. There's something up with his camera because the background keeps warping. It looks like something from Tremors. And he is squinting like you would not believe. Like you would not believe. And we'll start it again. Just hear his voice and listen to the whatever might be influencing it.
Whatever happened to follow the science? Follow the science. That's
whatever happened to follow the science. Follow the science. Do a rail. Dude, get some help. I get it. It's rough. Your dad lost his job. He owes more than $500 million to some shady people that's coming due in the next little bit.
Why does he have so many pistols with sights on them? Like, you wouldn't like,
because he's a terrible shot. I don't know.
Nate, you grew up with guns. Were guns ever in your house like that?
No.
Ever?
No, of course not. I had relatives who would have a gun rack on the wall where they would have, a couple of rifles that were, like 6-7 feet off the ground, so the kids couldn't get them. Either that, or you'd put them in a gun cabinet, or you put them in a closet somewhere.
Like,
they weren't. I mean, it wasn't something that you would stand there and be that excited about.
it's just like that. They're not even like, the only thing I know about guns, I've shot guns a couple of times, handguns, shotguns, rifles. Like, I've shot guns a couple of times. Never owned a gun myself. But at the same time, like, I played a lot of video games with guns, and a lot with like where you modify them, put silencers, or you mess sights and stuff like that. The sights that there are on all these are like competition style, like sights that you would use in like long shot competition. They're not like floating reticles. They're not like any of the stuff you would use on possibly using on a handgun. You know what I mean? Like, there's sights that are for handguns, and there's sights for like long, like it is, and it goes to show the character of the people that have it, because they're more like, that's not what a handgun's for.
Don Jr. wants to be Laura Croft, Tomb Raider. He's got Laura Croft Tomb Raider guns.
That's Gobert.
Well, no, it's Don Jr. too.
She had guns out like that too, and I'm like,
so did Osama bin Laden.
What Second Amendment people are supporting this shit? Because if you belong to the National Rifle Association, that is not how they tell you to store your weapons.
No, it's not the right way. Saw this photo on Twitter of some dipshit holding up a T-shirt that says, "I lubricate my AR-15 with liberal cum," which is weird. So
how does he get all of it? Does he collect it? Does he like use like got it?
I mean, I'm puzzled as fuck. But why this shirt exists?
Make sure you tell me before you come. I need it for my rifle.
I mean, I get if you said liberal tears. I mean, I get all of it, but
he's like, I need two handfuls at the same time.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And just over the photo of just over the T-shirt in the background, there's a photo of a woman hugging a little child, because of course there is. Of course there is. I don't even want to know how that would work. I mean, wouldn't the salt bring in some oxidization that you shouldn't have? I mean, I don't know. And I get that he jerks off over his guns. I get that. That doesn't confuse me at all.
That doesn't confuse me.
No, I'm not confused by that at all.
Maybe he's liberal.
Well, and he's pretty happy.
I don't think he understands what lubricant is.
I don't even know.
I don't think he understands how it works or anything.
He clearly doesn't understand what's going on, but he's very happy to get this shirt and hold it up with a dumb grin on his face for the photo.
His boyfriend is a liberal, is a lib.
Maybe. I mean, let's search Google for that image. I'm curious if it comes up with anything.
I'm not on my wife's computer looking at it. You almost got me. I looked up Danny Bottaducci. That's bad enough.
It's not. We want to know. He's a former child star. We need to know where he is.
You're right.
Oh.
Liberal cum just comes up. It's not if you don't. Because they think you mean like a lot. I don't think you really.
I think that's what he found.
Well,
It's like, do you want to buy the gallon? Right? Hey, welcome to Jim's Discount Cum Factory, where we give it to you by the gallon.
Oh my goodness.
We are the most liberal cum manufacturers out there. Our gallon's actually a gallon and a quart.
Oh my goodness.
That's how liberal we are with our cum.
I touched the guy's balls at Hebrew school once.
There you go. Maybe it was Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen. Yeah, I'm not finding anything. We're gonna move on from there. Sorry. We had to stop talking. We're not talking politics the whole show. I don't even know what's going on there.
Yeah, that was a liberal amount of
jizz, liberal amount of jizz.
In his politics.
In the picture he found. Man, you must have found something really bad.
Liberal amounts of cum.
Back to politics really quickly. Representative Madison Cawthorn from your home state of North Carolina, Kareem, tweets, on my birthday again. Fuck you people on my birthday. Breaking, I'm proposing a new constitutional amendment. The Second Amendment must be underlined and bolded. I suspect that this will help Democrats who, bless their hearts, seem to skip over it currently. The first reply is, you're such a dipshit. You're truly a putz, a silly little pecker trying to impress people somehow even dumber than you. It's sad. I said, why not go further? Why not make it in italics as well and use the impact font? Underlined and bolded. You fucking simpleton.
He's from the other side of the state. They spent a lot of time in South Carolina.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. All right. Let me do this.
Florida, land of enchantment and crazy shit. This is Florida Corner.
Okie dokie, there's a lady who got arrested after she went on social media threatening federal authorities. Take a listen.
Stop the workday and start your getaway with fresh outdoor collections from Living Spaces.
Oh yeah, Living Spaces.
Staycation vibes to your backyard. Plus, with fast
next
day shipping, we'll get you everything quick.
Okay, just gonna mute that. Skip ad not working right now. Sorry about that.
Now at 10, sipping whiskey.
I'm here to let you know I need a drink.
And slinging threats.
Shoot your and come to my house.
Tonight, a South Florida woman behind bars.
I'm glad you know who I am.
For this violent video.
The FBI called her during their investigation of the U.S. Capitol riot. Then she shared her thoughts on social media. And the night team's Nicole Ensalada is at that woman's Boca home tonight, Nicole.
Well, Craig, you know, we have all seen how social media has helped law enforcement try to investigate the events of January 6th. Well, it turns out while they were investigating this Boca Raton woman, it appears that she wasn't even in Washington, D.C. at the time, but it is what she posted on social media weeks later that has gotten her into so much trouble.
I'm here to let you know I need a drink.
This is 59-year-old Suzanne Kay, and on January 31st, she apparently had more to talk about on TikTok than her desire for Jack Daniels.
Just got a call from the FBI. I want to come talk to me about my visit to D.C. on January 6th. I told them, bro, I ain't going to talk to you unless I have counsel.
And then...
I told them, bro. By the way, so let's break this down a little bit. You're 59. You're on TikTok, drinking whiskey, dropping bros. What?
That's somebody's great grandma, y'all.
I know my rights, my First Amendment right to free speech, my Second Amendment right to carry a gun, to shoot your ass if you come to my house.
She posted.
That's not your Second Amendment right. Your Second Amendment right is not to shoot somebody's fucking ass if they come to your house, especially if they're law enforcement coming to arrest you. Nope. Nope.
Invite.
Yeah. She has been arrested. And
that
a
was
petition,
an invite to be arrested,
right? Maybe don't be TikToking while you're drinking Jack Daniels, and it was cinnamon Jack Daniels. It wasn't even.
I can smell. I just don't. Yeah, no.
I can taste it. Meanwhile, also in Florida, Johnny Damon, former A's, Red Sox, Yankees, and Kansas City Royal. Johnny Damon, he's been arrested for DUI. His wife was booked for battering a cop during the same stop because they're meant to be together. TMZ Sports has obtained the police report. Cops say Johnny Damon's blood alcohol content, was he ready, Jason? 0.30.
Wow, that's... I've
Nearly
been there before.
4 times the legal limit. Cops also say Damon's wife was in the car at the time of the arrest and describe her as being completely out of control. He's blowing a 0.3 and she's the one that's out of control. Okay. Cops say Michelle Magnan Damon was uncooperative, combative, and at one point actually pushed a police officer. Hold on, Kareem. A white lady got a combative and pushed a cop.
And she got arrested? Wow.
For now.
Yeah, well, it was the two for Johnny was booked for DUI. She was arrested for battery on law enforcement officer and resisting arrest with violence. In the police report, cops say Damon was pulled over around 1:23 a.m. after officers observed his SUV swerving all over the road. During the stop, cops say Damon was slurring his speech and unsteady on his feet and ultimately admitted to drinking alcohol earlier in the evening. In fact, when asked if he had consumed alcohol, cops say Damon replied, "Just a little bit," while motioning with his left hand and fingers in a small pinching motion. Just a little bit.
See, that's what happened in Texas. It was a cold day in hell, and a white woman got arrested for a battery.
Before they were taken to the station, cops say Michelle told the arresting officer she had a nanny at home with their 6 children. So the officer called the nanny and told her Johnny and Michelle were going to jail and would not be home for quite some time. So that was considerate. While at the station, cops say Johnny agreed to take the breathalyzer, but noted his wife was advising him against it. Ultimately, cops say Johnny gave 2 valid breath samples, a 0.30 and a 0.294. They asked Johnny where he was partying before the incident, to which they say he replied, "London House," which Johnny described as, "It's a guy who has a lot of money. We're just having a good time there."
Man.
Just having a good time there. Johnny Damon was also on Dancing with the Stars in 2018. He was on Celebrity Apprentice as well. And he, not that this is related to this at all, because the man he supports is a teetotaler, Donald Trump supporter. So that's what's going on in Florida. Okay. Quickly, I want to talk about some dirty peggers, Jason. Some dirty peggers.
I love a good pegging.
I bet you do. The city of Winnipeg Complaints Department in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
I get it, Winnipeg.
In all caps, puts out a Facebook post. Please stop making sexually suggestive snow sculptures at City Hall. We have camera footage of the persons involved, and police will be investigating.
Yeah.
It's a really realistic sculpture of a snowman, not a snowman, a man carved of snow, sitting on a bench, and a snow lady performing a oral favor upon him. And it's a really well done snow sculpture. I mean, I give them points for.
It was a great piece of art.
Yeah, it's public art.
That's right.
The problem is in Winnipeg, it's so fucking cold. That'll be around for 3 more months. By the way, city of Winnipeg, if you want people to stop doing it, don't be putting out the photo of it. I have to guess that is really just but also on my birthday. That's the one birthday present I enjoyed from this whole show prep segment. Also, 2 days before, and if you're wondering what happens to the City of Winnipeg Complaints Department, I may have to start following this account. An investigation is underway after a makeshift meth-making tent was dismantled in the parking lot across from Mayor Brian Bowman's home this afternoon. Stay tuned for further updates.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm liking that page. We're going to be hearing a lot about what's going on in Winnipeg on the show moving forward.
Meth-making tent.
Yeah,
and then
across the street from the mayor's house.
And then somebody posted a picture of the snow sculpture and said it's probably these two.
All right, before we get out of here, I want to remind you can follow all of us on Twitter. Check the links to our Twitter bios in the description. We have a Facebook group, the WTH Facebook group. We stream the show live there. We have conversations there about the show. People can post ideas. Whatever, that's there. It's a Facebook group, and it's open to the public, and there's no entry fee. So feel free to do that. And, of course, thank you for downloading, listening, and watching us live.
Let's leave the hustle and bustle for small town news.
Okay, I want to talk about this really quickly. So the Chronicle is a weekly newspaper, the Barton Chronicle. It's just the Chronicle in Barton, Vermont, my hometown. And I was going to subscribe so I could read this whole story to you. However, they are so ass backwards that they could not take my credit card online. There was a note saying that they've been having this problem. And if you have that problem, to call them at the office and they will be able to do it there, except it was 2:00 in the afternoon here and they closed the office at 2 p.m. East Coast time.
Alrighty.
It's FYI. So that's why you're getting a truncated small town news.
Oh.
Headline, UPS store workers choose not to wear masks. A sign posted to the front door of the UPS store in Newport says employees will not be masked for COVID-19. The sign reads, "Please feel free to wear your mask into the store. We choose not to wear a mask, and if you're uncomfortable with this, we ask that you do not come in to ensure your comfort. If you decide to come in, do not ask us to put a mask on. Thank you for understanding." It is unclear why Newport's UPS store workers are refusing to wear masks. Again, I'd read the whole story to you, but they can't figure out how to take credit cards online at the paper. So that's all you get. I'm guessing it's not that much more rewarding if you have the whole story. Any guesses as to why they're not wearing masks in the UPS store for print and business services?
Their freedom.
Jason?
No, why? I don't know why.
They're busy pumping out liberal cum to lubricate their guns, Jason. That's the answer. That's the answer we're looking for. Come on.
I should realize that. Of course.
Meghan McCain told them they didn't have to.
When will I, Meghan McCain, be able to go to the UPS store? I need to send this to Meghan McCain in case she needs to go to the UPS store and wants to know where. By the way, the UPS store, they have U.S. mail boxes in there. So you can get mail delivered there. They've got, I'm not sure if it qualifies as U.S. mail, whatever. So I don't know. There's some, I know there's not that many cases of COVID in Vermont because they won't let anybody in.
And I wonder if, never mind.
No, go ahead. Let's have this jam. I'm waiting at the edge of my chair. I'm standing, but the edge of my seat.
Has anybody told their insurance company that they have a sign like that out in front of their business? That's what I think about. That's what my mind immediately goes to. Like, they would be really upset with them if they knew that they had this, and the workers' compensation department also would be very upset knowing that that was the case. Anyhow, that's the type of stupid stuff I think about. And I don't even work. I don't work there anymore. I don't work in insurance, but I still think
it's in your blood, Jason.
It's true. You're like Jake from State Farm. That's exactly who you are now, Jake.
You
from
are
State
Jason
Farm.
from State Farm.
How can I help you?
You know, here's what's going to happen here, because this is exactly what happened with Jake from State Farm. Jake from State Farm used to be a white guy. Now he's a black dude. So when I call Jason at the insurance company, it's going to be a black guy.
It's going to be
That's a problem.
It's going to
be me.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Kareem? What's up? It's Kareem.
How can I help you, Nate?
I want to put a sign in my front window that says we're not wearing masks. Don't come in if you're not comfortable. And don't ask us to put on masks. What if I do? What if I want to walk over there. I want to go there. I don't really want to go there. But if I were there, I would want to go and go, hey, can you guys put on masks? Not because I'm uncomfortable, but because there's a fucking global pandemic.
We're canceling your policy right now.
You know, I want to go and get a post office box there. Get some mail delivered there, and then tell them that they need to put on a mask so I can come in and get my mail. And when they refuse to, be like, you're restricting me from getting my federal mail. I'm calling the feds on you, bruh.
Wouldn't it just be faster to jerk off onto their guns?
True.
And equally as effective, I'm guessing.
Anyway, I got an idea. Let's all send them some cum.
I'm not getting behind that idea. I don't know if there's a law against that.
You don't have to get behind anything as long as the cup's on top.
I have to. Well, the problem is I'm pretty sure your DNA is in your cum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some sciencey things, and that's one of the things. There's DNA in there.
Just send them a couple cups of mayonnaise.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the WTH podcast. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us, whether you downloaded the show on your favorite podcasting site. Please feel free to give us a 5-star review or a thumbs up or whatever they have there. Leave a nice comment or two if you'd like as well. That helps us out. We do appreciate that when you do that. Thanks for everybody who watched live, weighed in. Your ideas were wonderful. Ted Cruz, remember, the ball's in your court. Bitch. Although, I don't know. I don't know who is better at growing a beard. If J-Red is better with the beard or if Ted Cruz is. J-Red doesn't go full beard, so I don't know.
Yeah, let's go full beard.
You gotta be able to go full beard for me to know for sure. I know for sure
beard.
Ted Cruz's beard is shit. That's what I know.
Looks like some man that needs some hormones, if you know what I mean.
He's having a bad time.
Listen, man, when you're not that hairy, that means that you don't get that much testosterone.
Wow. I don't know about that. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Bye! Darling New Media, here to help you tell your story.